It's another edition of Up Your Game, and I am your anchor on the Office Politics Champions Group. Olatunji Shobodu is my name. All right, so a quick one, Up Your Game. Here's your nugget, to help you as you navigate, the workplace politics and your career this week. And I want to bring to you a word of caution, actually, a word of caution. Don't fall into the network trap. Don't fall into the network trap. A word of caution. Don't fall into the network trap. What do we mean? I'm sure you must have heard of that phrase. Your network is your net worth. People say it a great deal. It's not a statement that I'm excited about. I think actually could be very misleading because that statement makes people want to spend a lot of effort, building a strong network. All right. If your network work is your net worth, then you are being told that you want to enhance your value. That's what you need to focus on. Now, I appreciate the importance of having a good network, a strong network, a network that characterizes strong relationships. All right. What makes your network worth anything is really the strength. Those relationships can be one of the things you still have to be mindful not to over rely on your network. Why? Because your network can fail. It can fail at very critical moments, especially. Your network is not infallible because those relationships that make up your network, they are not foolproof. They are not infallible. All right, they can fail. People can fail you. It doesn't matter how strong the network is. And they can fail you not because they want to, but because they are also constrained. Have you had been in situations where you've been introduced to someone, and a very senior person, very influential person, well connected, and you had your hopes very high. Maybe you were looking for a job or you were looking for a contract. And then you get to the person, and yes, truly influential and all of that, but somehow the person is constrained, unable to come through for you. That's the risk of over relying on your network, on those relationships that make up your network. And that example is still quite flattering because some, can really just be outright disappointed. People can disappoint you. They are people. They don't have everything well put together. They are not necessarily in control of every situation. So don't over rely on your network. And I say this especially with regard to, you know, the way you want to play your game in office politics. Yes, a true, authentic, or credible leader, teacher, all right, of political intelligence will emphasize your network as a source of leverage in the game. But a well rounded teacher will also caution you, just like I'm doing, not to over rely on your network. Of all the factors, of all the cards that you play in the game of office politics that can help you win, your network is not one of those that is infallible. It is strong, but it can fail. It is strong, but it can fail. All right. People can turn their backs. People may not be able to come through for you at those crucial points when it matters. Okay? So be careful how you rely on your network. If I were you, I would take the fact that building a network of strong relationships is important, but I would never rely on the strength of my network to determine my net worth. Your network should not determine your chances of winning in the game at work or in the game of office politics. It shouldn't determine your ability to succeed in your career. It should be seen as one of your options. It should be adopted as one of the actions that you take, but it must never be relied upon because it is not infallible. If I look at it from the point of the Bible, you also take a warning from there. The warning is that, be careful not to depend on man. It says, woe unto him who depends on man and makes the arm of flesh his strength. Why? Because it can fail. The arm of flesh can fail. The help of people may not come through. The irony of it is that it may not be due to them. They may just be constrained. And when that happens, even you can appreciate that, wow, that man would have come through for me, but he was really constrained. Now, if that factor is, has some of those as blind spots, why would I want to rely heavily on it? Why would I want to rely heavily on it? So the game of politics is one where you don't necessarily, rely on just the relationships, because there are other factors that are more potent than your network of relationships that you can rely more on to help you win, all right, than just the network. I will speak to that sometime soon. There is a silver bullet, for example, and it's certainly much stronger than just the network. Okay, so be careful embracing the quotes, particularly popular quotes, because many times those popular quotes, have shortcomings, and people just don't think through enough to identify that they may sound very nice, they may sound rhythmic, but they may not just be the answers that you're looking for. That's my word today. And empowers you to win, all right, in that game. It's good to know what to do. It's good to know what not to do. It's good to know what to do, but where to place what. There are things to rely heavily on. There are those not to rely heavily on, even though, they are part of your toolbox, okay, for playing and winning the game. Again, this is Up Your Game for this week. Hope that helps. Join me on Wednesday. On Wednesday, it's going to be time for that live business session. I'll be with you live on Let's Talk Office Politics. And you can come with your questions, come with your friends, come even with your competitors at work, and come and ask questions, come and learn. I'll be speaking on something else again this week. Last week, I spoke on the landmines that you must avoid, all right, at work by all means. This week is going to be something interesting as well. See you there. God bless you and have a very pleasant week. Bye-bye.